Okay. Hi everyone, how are ya? How is everyone doing? Let me get my hair in order. We gotta put our hair up. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Right now, it's 67 degrees.
It's 67 degrees. Oh, it's like decent outside, huh? Isn't it, Genghis? Is it a nice temperature outside? Yeah, it sure is. Is it a nice temperature, Genghis? Yeah. Maybe I'll take you outside. But don't tell them I said that. They get pretty rowdy when they know they might be going outside. No, don't get too excited, Genghis. We're not doing anything that we shouldn't be doing. Genghis, come on, sit back down. You were having so much fun sitting down. What happened? And there it is. All right, good job. Look at you sitting down like a pro, huh? Yeah, look at the little ears. Nom, nom, nom. I just want to eat them. All right. We've arrived to the more interesting part of today's programming. Right, Genghis? You're not the subject of today's programming, are you? No, you're not. You're just a cute little boy. Yeah, we might walk the dogs today. Genghis, do you want to get walked? You want to... Oh, okay. Hey, Hamburg, and Rough Skills, and everybody, how are you? I think I made my chair too... Ah, shoot. I hate when chairs lose their plushiness. Then you gotta stick a bunch of pillows and, like, mess around with it to figure out how to get some back support. Oh, okay, that's a little bit of back support. Shoot, what's Jeremy doing? Genghis, do you see any flying spiders out there? Genghis will keep watch and let us know. Let's not joke around with people and kids and stuff like that. That's usually not a good idea. However, I am interested to know more about this Jeremy. So, I think usually on Fridays, I try to keep it pretty chill. I don't like working on my art projects, you know. Hamburg, yes, ask your questions. I must know your questions. But Fridays, I like to keep it kind of chill. I don't like to work on a whole lot of art projects or anything like that, so I think it's just going to be a free draw session. I do want to note, today is not going to be, it's not going to be a fan art Friday, nothing like that. I don't know, my hand's been kind of jittering lately, so I don't think it's going to work out well anyway. But, yeah, we're just going to hang out and do art. Why not, you know? So, have a question. So, let's see. Hamburg asks, well, Hamburg wants to try to be a streamer. Awesome. I don't have time, blah, blah. So, you kind of wondering what the point of doing everything is? Well, Hamburg, you're not wrong. There is always going to be a question of, should you do something? Is it worth it? What if nobody shows up? the part that you should be really focusing on is, how do you know for sure that it's not going to work out? You don't know for sure that streaming isn't going to work out. I mean, I know Luca isn't going to really be here today. He might pop in, but you can ask Luca. I started my streams with there was no audio, right? So I didn't have streaming software that could handle it. So there was no audio. I just typed on my phone to talk to people, and that was it. And I just I didn't even do stuff like this. I just did my art projects and things of that nature. So there really was nothing good about it. You know, it was actually quite horrible streaming. That was back in the day, though. So, but now I can at least maybe get like 3 to 5 people showing up instead of 1. So you can't look at it and say it's not worth it. Now, if your idea is absolutely outrageous, say you're Jeremy, your cousin Jeremy, saying that there's flying angel spiders outside. That's a little outrageous. You might say, you know what, I don't need to waste my time actually looking for flying spiders. Just gonna put it out there. But in terms of what you can and can't do, you really don't know those answers until you try it out the first time, or even the second time. And Hamburg, I don't know if you're an artist. I think you told me you are an artist. You know, isn't art the same way? Even if you come out with a bad drawing or a bad sketch, don't you still try again maybe the next day or even a few seconds after that, and you try it again, right? And you might get discouraged, but you know, eventually the thought comes back, man, I really want to draw. I want to try to draw something good, and you still do it, right? So maybe you need to think of it more of that way than like a end all be all, like, man, this isn't going to work out. You really don't know those answers. So I would try it out. You don't even need you literally need nothing but you and your art sitting down and doing what you do, right? Right, Genghis? That's right. So try it out. I will encourage you to try it out. Also, if anybody else wants to be a streamer, just go for it. You could be like the next big thing. You could entice millions and millions of people to watch your stuff. And when you do, I want you to remember that I encouraged you to do it. So please, maybe send me like $10. That is my compensation. I would like $10 if you become super, super famous. I'm going to hold you all to that, by the way. Yes. Perfect, Mally Nations. Sometimes just, you know, taking some time, stepping away from your art, and then, you know, going back in at a later time, just a refreshing of, you know, kind of your mental strength, where you're at with that. Not saying that you need to, well, you should be in a good mental headspace. You don't want to be creating if you're overly emotional or extremely upset, although you can make great art when you're feeling emotional, because it really, I don't know if anybody's ever, you know, when you're really upset and you cry and you go and then start drawing and doodling, it looks like it's literally the best thing you've ever came out with, and then you try to do it with when you're calm, and it doesn't seem to look as good, and you're like, well, hell, maybe I should be upset all the time. Yes, $10. That is my... Oh, hey, Fluppy. Well, thank you. So remember, $10. If you become famous, I will be needing that $10. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to use it for. Just know that it's for important, yummy reasons. Like maybe going to McDonald's shortly after and buying me a Happy Meal. I don't know. Yo, if they ever come out with the Pokemon Happy Meals, you bet your sweet dollar I'm going to be going over there and get me some more. I missed the last one, and I was disappointed. I really wanted the cards, but I missed all of them. And then my local McDonald's ran out, Gosh, I was so upset. Oh no, Hamburg, please do not remind me. Oh my gosh, do you want me to find that? Where is that Miku, by the way? Hold on, let's find that. Did I write it as Fan Art Friday, or did I just write it as... See, this is why you... Oh, yeah, okay, wait. It might be this one. I feel like it was last week. Okay, there's Satori. No, that's not it. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot, I forgot I did that one. That one actually looks pretty good. Okay, it wasn't this one. Hold on, I gotta find the Miku getting hit by an intercontinental ballistic missile slash thing. It's important stuff, guys. We have to view this masterpiece. Okay, what is this? Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. That's not. Oh, that's 2 drawings in 1. Oh, okay. Oh, there's Malimations. I forgot to post these too, by the way. It's got to be this one. There it is. Yes, here it is. Miku getting hit by an intercontinental ballistic missile thing. Man, what a blast from the past. What, that was only, what, 2 weeks ago? And I'm over here, like, thinking that this was, like, a year ago. I barely return to old sketches and do stuff with them. And if I do, it's really rare. It makes me feel horrible. I hate having so much unfinished art. It makes me feel unfinished as a person. But, I mean, what do you do? Should this be from the USSR? There. It's a Russian. They don't like Miku. Russians hate Miku. I hope no one in here is Russian. Of course I remember that. You think I'm popular enough to forget when people get a request from me? Dude, I am like on the lowest totem pole of fame. Like, I don't even register on the fame meter, which means I have all that extra brain space to use it on people. So, there you go. It's called the benefit of being a not popular artist. I can remember stuff better with my brain. Hold on, how do I... Explosion, clip art. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. This one. You know there's people out there with hundreds of thousands of followers, right? Yeah, oh, and if you are talking to another artist in the chat, make sure you go subscribe to them. A lot of the people in the chat here are artists themselves, and they would definitely appreciate, you know, just meeting other people, and, you know, so feel free to spread that love around. We got a lot of great, talented people here. But there we go. But you know what? Back when I was, what, a teenager or a little bit less, I kind of thought like 1,000 subscribers was a lot. And then I met artists that were pushing on millions of subscribers. And it always blew my mind because I don't know how they did that. Also because a lot of times people, you don't really understand why somebody gets famous or not. So you might judge them based on their art or through other reasons, but you don't really know exactly what got them to the prestige of level that they got to today. They could have made a tutorial that was really helpful. They could have gone to a lot of events and maybe did a lot of networking. And I remember I would always get so jealous. Jealous is a good word, yeah. jealous because I couldn't figure out, well, how do I do that? But with my stuff, you know, I want to do that. And they, at least the people that I talked to, they would always tell me it was one of the most frequently heard things, that they don't really know how they got famous or well known. They just posted their art, did what they did, and the fame found them. And I thought that was such BS, you know. You got to be doing something. You got to be curating your art to do well. You got to be doing something, you know. And I would kind of try to, you know, chase it. I would really try to chase getting known. And it made me make art that was not who I was at all, because I would just try to be emulating what they were doing, thinking maybe, okay, well, what do I need to do to get noticed? You know, and it's not that you want to get noticed because you necessarily want the money option. I think a lot of artists want to get some sort of attention because it is lonely in a way to make art and not have somebody else look at it, appreciate it, and genuinely think, wow, this is really good. You made this. I like you. You know? There's nothing wrong. I think a lot of artists have probably thought that, you know? And that's kind of what I was seeking. I was just seeking somebody, I just wanted a little fan base, you know? I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. But forcing it either is not, it's not the right way to go. It gives you, because a lot of people will do these sub for sub things. So, like, you'll go onto a comment or a live stream and they'll do a sub for sub kind of train. So I would try to do that. And I realized nobody actually was following me because they liked my art. They were just hoping that I would follow them, you know, and I didn't want to be used for a follow. I want you to follow because you like what I'm doing. I don't mind if you don't like it, but then just, you know, don't follow me then, you know. I want to gauge how well I'm doing based on the people that are here. And that's why I don't, and I know this is a really weird conversation, but that's why I don't do sub for sub, follow for follow. It brings out people who are not truly interested in what you do, and that's going to hurt you in the long run. Say you're somebody with 2,000 followers. So I want you to imagine that you've got 2,000 followers, right? You post a piece of art on your Instagram, your socials, whatever, and you get less than 5 likes. Wow, that's kind of a big difference, isn't it? But you got all these followers. Why can't you at least break 100 likes, you know? And of course there's always a percentage of people that are going to actually actively like your post versus inactive people, but that's a different story. And it's probably because you have a lot of people that genuinely just aren't interested. They were doing it because you did the follow for follow or the sub for sub, and they're just there for that. They're not going to engage with you. They're not going to comment with you. You're not going to have good, meaningful conversations with them. They're just there to... You were being used. I don't know how else to put it. So, I don't know if any of you guys still do that. I know the practice is still pretty hot these days. They tell small channels, use your... or, you know, go do sub for subs. That's how you can grow as an artist. This is how you get 1 million followers quickly, you know. And it's not. Don't believe it. They're lying to you. You know, you're not going to have genuine people that enjoy you. So, but I mean, if that's what you're after, go for it. It just depends what you're after in the long run. Do you just care about numbers, or do you care about the people following you? And that's what we, and that I like to preach, that we should care about others and, you know, not be sticklers. So, I'm sorry for that long rant. Dude, Ted, or I mean Charlotte, you got a high score on your IT test? Sweet. That's pretty awesome. It's awesome of you, huh? I'm surrounded by so many smart people. When I become super old, I'm going to be looking back on all of you young whippersnappers to A, throw me $10 for McDonald's, and B, you guys are going to be so educated, it's going to be unreal. Unless you were educated with AI, then I'm kind of worried. I think I kind of worry about the future in general. it doesn't always seem to be the best place. At least the one my mind is cooking up. Okay, you had... Shoot, I forgot. Hatsune Miku. Oh, I'm surprised they actually knew what I was talking about. Alright, let's look at the Miku here. You've got gray. Domo. Oh, domo arigato. Hamburg. I'm trying to... Oh my gosh, your new favorite phrase. Domo arigato. So, shimasu? Let me look at that. Oh, let's look at the Miku here. Okay, domo arigato. So, domo arigato. And then, see, that would be ko, so that's go. I don't know if you knew what that meant, but I'm reading it as a domo arigato, and then there's another part that I don't know. Yes, translate. Yeah, domo arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, thank you very much. That's what I thought, but for some reason I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I'm gonna shut up. We have a Miku to color. She's getting blasted to smithereens. Alright. Let's put this here. Perfect. She is looking very happy. Here's her leek. She can find it in pieces later on. Oh shoot. Do leeks... Where... I forgot what a leek is colored like. Where's your leek? Show me a leek. Wait. Leek. Come on. No. Leek, the green vegetable thing. Thank you. Gosh. Okay, yeah, it's lighter on the bottom. That's what I thought. But I wasn't sure. But boink. There you go. Now she's got a leek. She is looking pretty good. Alright, what else? Oh, you know what? She needs some hair junk. There we go. Alright. Despite getting blasted to wherever she's going, she still's gotta have good looking hair. Her hair is her main feature, by the way. I don't even know what I was drawing for the frickin' clothing there. That looked weird. Here, a little bit of blush, because you're kawaii. Are you kawaii? Yes, yes you are. Alright, okay. There you go. There we go. Perfect. Dude, this is massive talent. That's really what this is. Oh, okay, see you later, Skills. Have a great day. Yo, Karisu's back. Sweet. Genghis. Hey, Genghis, Karisu's back. Genghis. Genghis, don't you care that Karisu's back? Come on. Don't do this to me. Ah. She is silly. She's a silly little bean. Dude, I hope this gets spread around the internet. There we go. Put a little name tag there. Perfect. Alright. Oh, wait. You know what? And See, this is the kind of stuff we need in our life. More art like this. And it's funny because it's people who actually like Miku that request art of this. So it just makes it that much better. Knowing that Hamburg is actually a huge fan of Miku just really makes my day. It's like they want her to suffer, but they also love her so much, you know. It's funny. It's like they want her to be in some sort of like predicament. I don't know why that's funny to me. I should stop laughing. But I don't want to. Perfect. Oh my gosh. The perfection is amazing. Okay, hold on. I hope Russia doesn't get mad at me for making a cursed Miku. I'm sure they won't. Alright, here. Now let's export this out. I'm sure there's somebody who's going to want this. Not going to name any names, but I think you know who you are, Hamburg. Okay, sweet. Alright. Ted, you are not the only boy in here. I know it may seem that way at times, but no, you are surrounded by other... I was going to say boyfriends, but that would have been so weird. I woke up today and I chose violence. Perfect. Oh, there's a lot of good sketches on here. Good stuff. Actually kind of makes me wonder if I should make like a Miku in this style. I don't know if I know how to though. Actually, I would like to, because this is my favorite. This purple one, I like this one the best. I like you the most. You my favorite now. Okay, let's see if we can draw a Miku kind of like in this style. Okay, we need to first find reference. Genghis, why do you look so weird? And like, weird. Genghis. Hey, Genghis. Hey. I love you. Why don't you face the camera so we can look at your weird / dumb face? Aw, don't curl up. Aw, he's curling. Look at him. He armadilloed. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do now. He's gonna be armadilloed for a while. There, we'll let you sleep. Alright, Genghis, we'll let you sleep then. You have a good night now. Okay, I think I got a reference that'll work. Actually, let's put this in its own folder too. Sweet. Oh my gosh, it's Luca! Yes, thank you for enjoying my kitty cat. He/she is amazing. Go hang out with your friend, Luca. I can handle things here. I'm a professional. Also, Hamburg, I did see your comment. It is such a really nice comment you made. I'm not really good at, like, taking praise from people. Mainly because I don't think I do anything that's praiseworthy. Maybe that's it. Should you eat it? No. Oh, and Karisu, I think we need to have, like, a heart-to-heart talk. I don't think you should be eating old food, playing with sharp like, doing things that like, hurt you and stuff. I like you a lot, and I just want to see you happy. But I just want you to be more careful, because you get hurt a lot. Oh my gosh. I think I'm actually intolerant to barbecue sauce. Real talk. Because I also have IBS. And whenever I have pork and barbecue together, it just causes me to cramp up and makes me feel nauseous and stuff. But I've never heard of anybody be sick of pork, so I don't know. And I'm not... Why did you eat a crayon? Fluffy, what are you doing? Why do you do that? Huh? Why do we eat weird stuff in this chat? Why do you guys do this to me? I think everybody's eating grass. Everybody's eating grass. I think everybody has at least tried the flavor of dirt. Some more recently than others. What's another one? I think a good percentage of people have maybe eaten a bug when they were young. I don't know if that's based on any kind of science, though. I just feel like as a young whippersnapper, I'm sure a lot of people tried eating bugs. I don't think I would have been one of them, though, but I cannot confirm or deny that, because I really don't know what I did when I was young. I knew I was drawing when I was young. Does that help? Did you know there's actually wild grass and weeds that you can eat? Like, vegetarians and vegans, you can eat dandelions. The leaves, dandelion leaves. There's also plantain leaves. I'm big into herbology. I love medicinal plants and things like that. There's also different root systems that you can eat. There's a lot of good stuff, and it's all in the backyard, too. You don't have to grow it. It's not necessarily the tastiest thing in the world, though. I mean, I wouldn't... And unless you know what you're doing, I most certainly would not try to, you know... You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Do any of you guys have gardens? Do any kind of planting or grow anything? I've often thought how cool it would be to have a farm, but I know it's a ton of work. Even farm simulation games, I think, is a ton of work, because you got to do all that repetitive stuff. It is just horrible. It just takes up all your time, and you could be sitting inside, drinking a coffee and drawing. You ate a wedding flower? What? Who eats the wedding flowers? What makes you think, wow, I should really I mean, there's a lot of things at a wedding are good, but usually that's like cake and stuff. You don't go around eating the floral arrangements. See, this is why some of you people are so scary to me. Really got no idea what some of you guys do on, like, your own time. All I know is that it's scary, and I don't know if I like it. Yo, dandelions are kind of gross. I do remember maybe tasting like a dandelion. I cannot get this to look right. Oh, look, it's the dandelion. The last one of the season. Should we go out and find a dandelion and see if we can remember how it tastes? Actually, you know what? We just cut the lawn, so there are no dandelions out there. Whew. Good, because I was really close to about, you know, going out and getting me a dandelion. Actually, eating a dandelion seems like something, like, really stupid TikTokers would do to be just insane for no reason. Because for some reason, that's what they do. And I don't know what it is, but lately I feel like I've been seeing a lot of really, really dumb TikTokers doing dumb things. There's this one dude, and he's ugly as all sin. I don't know why, but he always makes a really weird, exaggerated face, and I don't know if he thinks he's being funny, but he's not. He's being disgusting, you know. But I guess that's what the kids like, you know. I don't mind being, like, slightly insane. I'm not opposed to that. However, I am opposed to, you know, just be yourself. Don't try to be a freaking idiot for no reason, because that's going to get you nowhere. I cannot do this other arm. What is wrong with me? Hey, Jimmy! Yeah, that's another thing. When these people do trends, or they try to create new trends, but they get really, really off the wall with their trend and end up making something that's, like, either they end up making mustard gas and not knowing, or they end up poisoning themselves. You know, that's the real hidden danger of TikTok. Because believe it or not, there are young people that are actually idiots and will do this. No offense, young people. I'm not saying any of you. I'm just saying in general, you know. Alright, we are going to... Sometimes, if I don't know how to draw something right, I start framing out stuff. I like the hands. That's pretty cool. There, let's frame that out. There. You can frame stuff out if you don't know what you're drawing. Kind of like how I framed the neck on this other sketch. Sometimes it's just better to let it go, you know. I don't know. I just put the pencil in my hand and kind of go for it. But I really have no plan of what I'm doing. That's often the problem. So a lot of my stuff has no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of, you know, muddled. I need to work on my composition skills. I think that would be pretty good. But then again, I kind of don't want to take the time to do it either. I'd rather just... I know the idea of learning is really good, and I should be doing it, but then it takes away time from just drawing whatever comes to mind, and my mind is always racing with ideas, and it's hard to sit down and practice one thing, so I get bored really easy. And that's... I think that's probably one of the main reasons. It's because I'm bored, and I'd rather be doing something a little bit more entertaining to myself. Studying was the same way. So when I was in school, even in college, when I went to college for animation, like, you know, it's good to do the exercises and stuff, but I mean, it really can be just boring as sin. There. Oh, you crispy? Crispy bacon? Crispy bacon sounds like a good word, or a good name. Plus, you can be bacon, which is also good. Oh, well, thank you, Hamburg. I'm glad you're able to get some use out of what I'm talking about. Did you, Krisu, I don't understand how, so like I don't understand how they called you crispy to begin with. Like, were you talking about chips, maybe? Like how you wanted to eat some nice, tasty chips? And then they were like, well, this person keeps talking about chips. We should totally just call him crispy. And then you're all like, I don't want to be called crispy. And then you got called crispy, and, you know, hilarity ensued, and, you know, a bunch of stuff. Oh, you were talking about art? Oh, that's even worse. Just because I don't think there really is any way that you could get crispy from art. Unless you're drawing chips, which I kind of wish I had right now, and it's probably why I'm talking about them. Oh, thanks, Hamburg. Sorry, I'm trying to... wait. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there. Okay. I don't know why I had a brain like aneurysm. Okay. Miku. There we go. And let's take that out of that folder. It's great if you can keep your layers organized, but sometimes it's not possible. It does not happen very well. Okay. Blink. Hatsune Miku. Okay, my bad, sorry. Alright, let us now for a more detailed sketch. What is he sleep talking? What is he saying? Tell us what he's saying. Actually, I'm gonna be good and I'm gonna record this. Because I gotta make stuff. You are a good person if you use more than one layer for your art. Usually I do a grand total of 2 layers. One for sketch, line art, one for color. And don't ask me how I do it. It's crazy. I don't understand how I do it, but I do it. I need to get more into the habit of like recording my digital process and making shorts out of it. Because I know it's just a missed opportunity to create a short. So, I'm gonna go grab another drink because I'm kind of out. Okay, Genghis is still sleeping, so I'll just leave him like that. Let me, go grab a, fresh drink. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Whoops. Alright, I've returned. I have returned with drink in hand. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Ooh, we talking about anxiety? That makes me anxious just talking about it. I'm not that funny, sorry. Oh yes, by the way, happy Pride Month. Alright, let's make this Miku. Let's see if I can. This is going to be a test of my skill and intelligence. Bocchi the Rock? No, I've never watched it, but I have heard of it and I've seen clips of it on YouTube. I saw it had something to do with like a guitar and a band, and I'm not really into musical animes or mangas or anything like that. So I wasn't really interested in checking it out. I like spirits and demons and like reverse harems and sometimes like thriller or horror or psychological stuff too. What is Bocchi the Rock about? Oh, so it's kind of like you're growing to become who you want kind of anime? It's not about a rock band? I really thought it was about a rock band. Oh, personal growth journeys? Okay. That could be really cool. Oh, have you seen Your Lie in April? I heard that was really good. Do you have allergies, Karisu? There is a lot of anime. You're right. There's too much. I feel like there's so many choices nowadays that I just get paralyzed and I end up making no choices at all. But then again, I already have an issue watching things. I don't know why. I get so anxious when I start to watch a series or even just a movie, you know. Unless it's SpongeBob or some other type of cartoon, I probably won't watch it. And it's always struck me as weird because I don't really have a good reason why I would, like, why that would happen or why I would do that. Maybe I'm just a big anxiety muffin. Oh! Hoseki no Kuni? I love the idea of it, but I don't like the idea of them being hunted, you know? I don't want them to be hunted. They're such good little gems. I kind of feel like that anime is just an anime version of Steven Universe. Because they also had crystals but it's definitely a different storyline, but and I did watch Steven Universe for a while. But I didn't watch the movies and the other stuff that came after. But I liked the original Steven Universe, like the premise of it and everything. And I don't think that the way that they handled, you know, some of the agenda, I don't think it was totally in your face. It was a nice, gentle way to, you know, kind of teach kids about acceptance and, you know, other things like that. It wasn't just, I don't know, sometimes I feel like a lot of cartoons that maybe are trying to gear towards teaching kids about different cultures or different ways of thinking. You know, it's an in-your-face kind of thing, and they're just kind of bashing it down, and it's like you can't breathe, you know. But I feel like the Steven Universe, at least from my perspective, did a pretty good job, you know. It felt decent, you know. You think a Steven Universe is cringe? Aw, what makes you dislike it? What makes you dislike Steven Universe? Because when I go to conventions, you know, there's a lot of people from a lot of different upbringings, and you know, I see a vast amount of people, and generally the consensus is they love Steven Universe. They're kind of almost obsessed with it. You know, I haven't really met too many people that disliked it, so I'm really curious, I guess, what you saw in it that we didn't. Really? I didn't think that Steven's character really pushed his bad background a lot. I feel like it was Pearl who mainly I don't know, who couldn't get over things. I think Pearl was the worst character. And then there was this unnecessary kind of hatred for Pink Diamond / Rose. And I don't think they could really understand why Pink Diamond did what she did, you know, and I'm not sure if they really understood the reasoning behind it, you know, or they there was a lot of discontent with Rose Quartz, just the character in general, you know. I never understood it. I wish I had a better understanding of it so I could, I don't know, because I like to, you know, I don't mind thinking about different things, you know. Really? See, I hate Pearl the most. Her character was absolutely annoying. She was the worst character. Steven was not horrible. He was, you know, he was okay. I didn't really feel that he was about all. I don't feel he was going around though and be like, oh man, I don't, you know, poor me, you know. He just kind of went around and, you know, did what needed to be done, solving issues and things like that. But it never seemed, you know, it was the other characters that kind of brought it up / made a big deal about it, you know. And I like how they didn't make Connie some girl that just couldn't really defend herself. Like, she had knowledge and she wasn't stupid about it. So I definitely give props for that, because we girls, we females, we're not just idiots, you know. We know how to do stuff. So I appreciate that Connie was given some sort of, you know, brain. I mean, that's always nice. But I mean, it's all a matter of opinion, really. Maybe there's things that other people see in the series that I don't. You know, and even if there's 100 people looking at the same thing, your perspective could be completely different from the person standing next to you. So I always find that kind of stuff really interesting. sorry, let me check the chat here. Ooh, my boyfriend wants to go fishing with me. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Do not encourage Kurisu to eat stuff. Kurisu might actually do it. Yes, do not re-sprain your wrist. No spraining of wrists. Do not do anything bad. Yes, welcome. We are drawing Miku. I'm trying to figure out why this head looks off. Okay, so here's the base of the head. There's the middle. Maybe my eyes need to be up a bit more. I did flip the canvas, but it still looks... like, sometimes it looks good and then sometimes it looks wonky. I'm gonna lift the eyes up a little bit. I think it's gotta be the eyes. Because it looks like there's too much forehead on her. I think that's working out good. Yeah, it's got to be the angle of the face. It might come together when we do the coloring. Although, now that I'm looking at it, I am going to change the hair completely. I'm going to remove this, because it just doesn't... Because I don't have any border right over there. It doesn't make sense for the hair to be flowing the way it does. No, we will not make her bald. I've already done that too many times this year. Hold on. I think I'm coming up with an idea. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming up with ideas. See, we're not going to know if ideas work if we don't try them out. This could be the best idea ever. Okay, perfect. Now we duplicate. If you don't know how to draw hair, sometimes you need to play with ideas, people. Alright, hold on. Perfect. Whew, that saves me the trouble of drawing hair. Gosh. Of course this is a smart move. Why would you say any differently? There we go. Perfect. Here, I'll keep the leak as a joke. Or if I wonder if I should just make it like buns. Not like Cinnabon Miku, but I don't know. Does that look just too weird, or I've never watched that movie, Kurisu. I'm not really into, like, I don't know, it kind of seems like a silly movie. I don't know. I don't think I would like it. Hold up, I'm just finding a reference that I can look for. Ooh. Looking at cosplay photos is a hidden gem in terms of reference. Because then you're getting just... It's just good. I don't know how to explain it. It's good stuff. Well, you know what? I already have kind of like these invisible lines for the border. So it might make sense, instead of having the hair go all the way down like that, we could just simply kind of do an invisible chop right here. Yeah, those are the little extra lines from my previous sketch. So they look like they're like little fuzzy earmuff thingies now. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up this sketch. I actually had another sketch before this, and this is what it looked like. So that's what I originally came up with, but I don't know, something about the hair I didn't like. I'm gonna see if I can fix it, because we can't have leaks there, you know, so... Oh, did anybody go see Lilo and Stitch yet? The new one? I know it came out about a week ago. You haven't even seen the Minecraft movie? Is it because you're afraid of everyone throwing popcorn when they see the chicken jockey, or you just haven't gotten around to seeing it? I would be afraid of all the really, really young kids going there and throwing popcorn and soda everywhere and messing up my nice Sunday outfit, you know? I'm not going to let anyone mess up my nice Sunday outfit when I go to the cinema. Ooh, Dogman? I saw a preview for that, and it looked pretty silly. I'm just fixing up some things. I'm trying to at least put a decent effort into this. It would be great if I could at least make something that looks decent this time. Oh, okay, bye. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us today. Okay, I think this is starting to look a bit better. I like it a lot more. Do not climb a tree. You cannot sprain your wrist again. Karisu, I am warning you, do not climb the tree. We do not want you hurt. No. Stay inside. Stay safe. Don't climb the tree. Keep Karisu inside. Keep him safe. It's difficult at first to find where art needs issues. Flipping the canvas is one way. Also refining your sketch. So say you have a sketch and it's not looking too good. Maybe try another pass with darker colors and just keep going at it, because it can be fixed. We just need to work at it a little bit. See, this kind of makes no sense because her head is tilted, yet I feel like the little hair thingies are kind of... I don't know. Shouldn't the hair thingies be like right here? Like, I feel like I have them on the top of her head and not on the sides where they belong. Yeah, they like go on the side of her head. Okay, so question about Tito. So is Tito actually like a demon character, or are you just playfully saying she's a baguette demon? Because I had this idea for a Tito drawing, but I didn't want to just actually draw her as a demon unless I knew for sure she was like a real demon, you know? Because I know she likes baguettes. I get that part. And then everything else, I kind of not sure. She's a chimera? Really? Ooh. I didn't realize there was stuff like that in the Vocaloid universe. I'm really only accustomed to Miku. I know about the two twins that are yellow. I don't know their names, obviously, because I suck at that. Maybe I should just say I'm familiar with a few of the Vocaloid characters. I shouldn't say that I'm well versed or anything, because obviously I'm not. But maybe I could just tell you my idea. So I have this idea for like a little Tito animation. So says there's a face of her and she's kind of like upset. This is a sad Tito. And then I have an animation of me bringing a baguette over to her face. She sees it, and then she's seen holding it, and it says Happy Tito. And then, you know, I know it's not the most fancy animation ever, but... Oh my gosh, what are you panicking for? Are you okay, Luca? Oh, Luca, you're the best. You really are. Like, jeez. Ooh, Luca's so sneaky with his disses, too. Luca, you are a 10 out of 10. Seriously. I don't know what career you're eventually gonna go into or have already been in, but seriously, you need to be maybe a comedian or something, because I am just dying over here with your antics. I really am. Luca, I thought you said you couldn't arrive to the stream today, but here you are, calling out Kurisu for being crispy. That's funny. But it is. I still don't even know why crispy would be used to describe a person. It's still making me think of chips, though. That's the only problem I have with all this. It makes me think of food. Oh my gosh. I wish some of you guys were famous right now. I would really, really like some McDonald's. We need to unlock the secrets to getting famous so we can afford McDonald's for the rest of our life. Aw, you didn't win the contest? Oh, I'm sorry. Here, do you want to look at Miku with some leaks on her hair? Would that make you feel better? There you go. I hope that makes you feel like have some sort of solace, you know? You may not have won, but here's Miku giving you some leaks. Oh, you're welcome, Hamburg. What a cute little Genghis man, huh? Alright, now I'm going to attempt to color. See, I usually color intuitively. I don't know, I don't think about it too much. So maybe I should just do that still. Like, if someone were to ask me, oh, like, how are you doing that coloring? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? I'm like, dude, I've got no clue. You need to ask somebody else that, because I am not versed in what you're asking me. I have no clue how I'm doing it. I doubt I would even know what you're talking about. I just picked up some colors and I slapped them down. I don't know. Oh, hey, Bianca, how are you? Beyonce? Oh, you're so bad. Well, welcome to the stream, Bianca. Feel free to ask any questions. I love giving advice on art, or if you want to become a streamer, or if you just need an art friend to talk to, no problemo. See, usually the idea with coloring, or at least in this coloring style, is I at least try to get the main colors down and try to figure out shading if there is going to be any kind of lighting scenario. Because a lot of the problem is that you'll start your drawing and you'll do your coloring and you maybe didn't know what kind of shading or what kind of lighting you'd like. And then it becomes a big problem later on, because then now you're kind of screwed. You're kind of locked into the pose and to the overall how the piece is. So if it's not a lighting that you know how to do, you're kind of SOL. No, but I did draw a free run once, because it was a request from somebody. But no, I've never watched it. I'm sorry, I don't. I guess as you talk to me more, you'll probably figure out that I don't actually watch a whole lot of things. And it's like I said before, it's a weird anxiety that I have about getting involved or watching something. I can't just sit down and watch it. If anything, I have to be doing something else. So I would need to be drawing. I would need to be, I don't know, I can't just sit and watch, if that makes sense. I wish there was like some medicine I could take and that would like have me sit my butt down so I could actually watch things like that. Or maybe I just need to, maybe I'll see if my doctor will help treat my anxiety a bit more. I already take a few medicines, but they don't really address my anxiety a whole lot as it does other things. Yeah, I kind of sit still. That might be a good way to put it. I'm always wanting to do something, whether I'm drawing or I'm creating. You know, I feel like I need to be using my time productively. So whenever there's an activity where I'm kind of sitting and doing nothing, it's almost agonizing. And that's probably one of my biggest flaws, because I know my boyfriend would love to watch more TV with me and stuff, but I simply can't get out of my own head. I can't, break out of whatever thought process that is that makes me say, oh, look, no, you can't be doing this. You need to be doing this or doing this. Yeah, I kind of only see the downsides because, I can't, do normal stuff that, people in a relationship would do, such as sitting down and just watch a movie and kind of snuggling with somebody, or maybe going out and doing an activity. We've recently gone fishing and I've been doing really well. I've actually been just focusing on the fishing and not trying to. I still bring along my sketchbook just in case I start to get a little anxious, but I have been doing good. I think I kind of find fishing thrilling. Like, I could catch me a big fish, or I could find a frog, and I love catching frogs. So I'm always looking out for them, and I like to pet the fish when I catch them. I give them little head bonks, and I love animal encounters. Animal encounters are the best. I love animal encounters. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I wish I could go to a petting zoo every few weeks. Yeah, you know what? You're right about the always moving and stuff. But just because I'm always doing something, it doesn't mean I'm doing something that's productive, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I might be always doing something. A lot of the times, it's me wondering what to do. So, instead of actually doing something, I'm just kind of sitting there trying to figure out what I should do, and I'm always trivializing it, right? I'm thinking of what is the best thing I could be doing with my time. And usually, there's no good answer to that. So, instead, I'm essentially wasting any time I could have been relaxing, but no, I make a big deal out of it, and it ends up being a waste of time rather than a productive moment in time. Oh, do I have a favorite animal? I do like my kitty right here. Right, Genghis? Ooh, look at that stretch. Ooh, look at this boy. I would say a cat. No one called you Crispy, don't worry about it. Yeah, Luca. Who called him Crispy, by the way? He's come wanting answers. Yeah, 100% Hamburg. I absolutely agree with you. It's something I'm learning. I'm definitely learning to also slow down. That's kind of why I like walking the dogs, my cats, so much. Because in a sense, I can literally only do what they're doing. I can't just run off and do my own thing. Walking the cats is actually an awesome experience if you need to take life slow, because a cat, they're not like a dog. When you walk your dogs, you're kind of always on the go. You're sniffing around, and the cats can be like that too. But they're not afraid to sit down in the grass and just kind of appreciate what they're looking at. I know they're just looking for birds, but still. So you kind of get into a different mindset when you're, you know, walking a cat. Kind of like a little forced meditation session. Oh, thanks, Hamburg. Hey, Karisu, if you want to call Luca that, that's fine, but I don't know, man. He's a mod. He could, like, just ban you if he doesn't like the little nickname you chose for him. I'm just saying, you know. Luca's got a lot of power. I gave him that power, too, which is the scary thing. Oh, I'm using the wrong pen. Gosh darn it. Oh, you never know. Luca may not take it as a joke, and he might just be like, you know what, Karisu, goodbye, bloop. And then you're deleted. Deleted forever. Gotta be careful. People with power, they use it. I'm just saying. See, now everyone's going to be scared to call Luca names because now they know what's at stake. Unless you're brave like Karisu. Karisu probably wouldn't mind. He'd probably take the ban and then in like a minute come back later and still do it. Yeah, blue raspberry is an artificial flavor. But, man, that's probably... Blue raspberry and cherry are the best. And yes, I will fight you on that one, so come at me. Blue raspberry and cherry. And then out of that, only certain brands of it are good. So you got the flavor, but then only certain brands do it well. A Jolly Rancher is definitely a brand that does it well. I would say Jolly Rancher probably has some of the best flavors out there. Unless you're talking about more premium snacks that you may not have every day, but you still have, I guess. If that makes sense, which I know it doesn't. I think my favorite candy is the Jolly Rancher cherry pops, those lollipops with the cherry flavor. Oh my gosh. Like if school was giving them out, I pretty much begged for one. I was not going to let anyone else have that. That is mine. It was literally the best flavor. I don't know if they ever had a blue one, but the red pops were the best. I think red pops in most capacity are pretty good. I can't think of a bad flavor. Is Toad sleep talking again? What is he saying? What is Toad saying? Ooh, should I tell you the dream I had about my boyfriend last night? It's kind of really weird, so I guess listen at your own risk. I actually didn't even tell my boyfriend about this dream yet. I was gonna text him, but then I forgot about it. Oh yeah, I was gonna text him, and then he told me we were going fishing, and I got excited, so then I didn't tell him. So he doesn't even know. Okay, so we were in an apartment, and he was getting ready for work. So we live in a house. We don't live in an apartment anymore. I guess one of his neighbors that we have right now was also like a roommate in the apartments. And he was getting ready for work because he had to work night shift. And I caught him on the way out the door. I wondered why he wasn't going to give me like a goodbye hug. You know, kind of the normal things that we do before he heads out. He turns around, and no lie, this guy, he had full-on foundation. He had like a cherry rose lipstick on. And look, my boyfriend works in like a factory setting. They're, even for the ladies, it's not even worth dressing up. I mean, you're gonna get dirty. I mean, there's fiberglass everywhere. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, nothing. I'm going to work. What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Why do you have makeup on? What are you doing? Are you cheating on me?" And then he looks around, and he's like, No, I would never do that, you know. And I'm looking at the dude, seeing this full setup that he has on, and I could have sworn he went to look good to the guys. He was looking good for the men at the workplace. It was insane. Absolutely insane. In fact, I'm going to text him right now, tell him about my dream, because I forgot to do that. All right, there we go. Let's see what he says. Those leaks still look so silly. I like seeing the progression of my art. Sometimes I like to save screenshots of the different steps that I take, and then I save them. And maybe you could make like a little like animation of or GIF of the process, which is kind of cool. I was hoping he'd respond back, but I don't know what he's doing. Man, there's so much BS happening in the world. Every time I go through my phone, all the stuff that pops up in my news feed is all just so BS. I also see all these celebrations for VTubers. I'm sorry, I don't know, ugh. I don't know, maybe the yellow is too much. Maybe I'll change it. But I was drawing this with the mindset that, I don't know, kind of maybe muted colors with a little bit of saturation. See, this is why I need the practice, because this is about the point that I'll get to, and then I'll stop. I mean, if I wasn't streaming right now, I probably would just delete this because of how it looks. I don't think pink would work well. Well, you know what? Let me just duplicate this layer and I can just play around with it and see. Might as well record this. You never know. You might get something decent out of what you do, and then eventually you get upset because you didn't record it. And it's like, yeah, my bad. That's why doing studies, like, for instance, I always advocate doing studies, like going on Pinterest, finding a drawing that you like, and just practicing. Like, practicing the coloring, practicing the posing. Do whatever it takes to practice, you know. The more you worry about it, the more it's just gonna worry you. So, however you practice to get better, that's on you, you know. And if people want to get nosy about it, let them get nosy. You don't need to tell them what you're doing. The thing is that you're getting better at what you're doing. Because to be honest, there's even, and I know people hate it, but there are some AI images that are done really well, that you can learn something from. You know, and you shouldn't feel bad for doing that either, you know. I mean, I know we should try to limit exactly what we're relying on in terms of, you know, AI generation and other things like that. But the reality is, you're gonna cross paths with it someday, right? Wake up. Go ahead, wake up, Toad. If you need help with something that's bothering you, just wake Toad up. Well then, yeah, wake Toad up, Kurisu. Can you... Yeah, I have been... Yeah, no, I have been drawing Miku for a while, yeah. Your friend? Who is coming, Luca? I'm so scared for you. Oh, okay. Your friend? Okay. No, I just want to make sure he's your friend. You know, you never know, like, who's arriving at your house. I think anybody arriving at someone else's house is stressful. Chill, Luca, you're gonna be okay. Hey, props to anybody who can do realism. I hate realism so much. Not only because I'm not good at it, but I don't like it. I don't like the ending result usually. It's hard for me to find like realistic art that I can look at and not be impressed, because it has nothing to do with the skill, but that looks aesthetically pleasing, you know? Alright, now the fun part. Let's see. Ah, cool. See, this is why you gotta save your layers, because then you can see exactly what you changed on something. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that's right, I wanted to also take a screenshot. I'm running out of thumbnails to use for my streams, so I gotta start clipping and making new ones. going to do some free sketching. Alright, I'm gonna do some, kind of like some free doodles of Miku. I realized I was working on that drawing for a really, really long time. Oh, you're welcome, Hamburg. I'm glad you liked it. I'm hoping eventually I'll be a lot faster in making drawings like that. But with more practice and stuff, we'll get a lot better, don't worry. How long should you practice art a day? You definitely don't want too little to where you're not getting any meaningful progress in. But you also don't want to be like me and go hours and hours all day, every day kind of thing. So I would give it at least 30 minutes to an hour, right? Because usually 30 minutes in an hour, you can do some sketches, kind of, you know, work out the kinks and maybe work on something, maybe put a little bit of time into it, you know, and still have time for other things in your day, right? Because everyone's busy, you know. They might have school, studying to do. A lot of us have jobs, so you don't want to be overly zealous with it. But so like 30 minutes to an hour, that's really good to strive for, at the very least, you know. And I didn't say 30 minutes to an hour of perfect, beautiful artwork. I just said practice. Practice does not mean, it does not mean that you need to make the best thing you ever had done in your life. And it certainly doesn't mean that you need to, you know, you don't want to have practice start to loom over you and start not being fun. Because the moment that art stops becoming fun, it becomes a chore. And when things become a chore, you tend not to like it as much. At least that's how I see it, you know. And it's also a leading factor to roadblock if you're doing so much, you know. Because if you're doing a lot of art, and especially if you're someone who likes to post the things that you do, and you don't, and either the posts don't get a lot of likes or a lot of attention, I know that can be a really, it is definitely a factor to get art block when you're not getting the attention that you feel that you deserve for the effort that you've put in. So that's why a lot of times you'll see me do a lot of different art. A lot of it is stuff that I can kind of be happy with, like small, chibi things, cute things, you know. And cute gets a lot of attention online. You know, even if you have just a separate account, nobody knows who the F you are, and you just post your cute doodles there all day, you know. Even if you get a few likes or just a, you know, a nice comment, it's still something, and it helps curb the, oh my gosh, why isn't anyone noticing me, you know? Like, because there's a lot of things that I practice behind the scenes. I practice my gouache art, I practice other digital art similar to this, and I never post it, you know, because some of that I'm just kind of keeping just for me until I can get good enough, because I don't want to post something and maybe people just kind of don't take to it and don't want to leave a nice comment or something. So I try to avoid the feeling of that by just keeping it to myself, and when I'm good enough, then we'll start thinking about, you know, posting it somewhere or doing something, you know. But that's a whole different topic. I want to have a really good video on I don't even know what I'm going to name it as, but getting out of the art frustration loop. You know, when you're feeling frustrated, you don't feel like your art's going anywhere. Maybe you're in full art lockdown. Nothing, you're not drawing anymore. You've stopped. You put your pens away. You discarded your pencils. You know. Well, we're talking about getting better as artists, Karisu. What do you want to talk about? Why don't you start off the conversation? Because I like talking about art. That's all I do. Well, hey, how are you? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. You could say I dropped my pen, yeah. It looks like a wild lion has come out of the grass to harass me. Be honest, Karisu. Oh my god, Karisu! my god! Luca! Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I cannot believe we're doing this. I can't believe Kurisu just blurted that out to everybody. Oh my god, Kurisu, where did you find the donuts and how do I get one? You said there's donuts on your desk, Kurisu. Go eat a donut. Yes, I do agree that you definitely have the attention span of a younger individual. I'm not going to say toddler. You are, okay, you are now eating donuts. All right, never mind. Kurisu is now eating donuts. Wow, such an emotional roller coaster this stream is, let me tell you. We went from waterfall antics to we found donuts to, oh my god. You're killing me, you really are. Well, I guess if we want anything to talk about, we should just ask Kurisu, because apparently Kurisu's got the best stories on Planet Linz. Hamburg, your ping tuber doesn't have to be a super detailed character or anything like that. You could literally just have a cat face like I do. Or maybe just a nice, cute little face like this. And it just talks when you do stuff. Oh, Pancake, you scared the shit out of me. Didn't I tell you to meow when you enter the room? Oh my gosh. So, like, your little ping tuber will just kind of talk. Like, boop, 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 boop. People, like, you know. Oh my god. Just lying around is not affiliated with me. I don't know how they got the stream. I don't know. Did you really? Kurisu, what are you eating? And is it nuclear? I am concerned about you and your well-being. Mainly for the well-being of your stomach. Now, if anybody wants a good story, I think Kurisu can tell us, like, how he got racked in the breadbasket. Dude, Toad was telling us yesterday about some of the things that you've done and he done. And Pancake, you don't go in front of the camera like that. People can't see you when your ass is like, come on, Pancake, get away. Off, Pancake, off, get off, there you go. Pancake, you want to sit down for a story? We're going to learn how to get racked in the nuts. It's going to be great. Oh, don't apologize to me, Hamburg. You're not mandated to be here. You just pop in whenever you feel like it. I definitely don't want to make you feel like you need to be here or engage or anything. You could even come in here and not say a single word, which is what just lying around should have done, but he'll learn that later. And now, he's got Kurisu talking about his nut racking. Oh my gosh. Toad did tell us that it was one of the funniest things that he did, and he did not regret it at all. And I was like, "Are you serious, dude? Your future husband, you just totally just got him right in the breadbasket, and you don't even care?" And he's like, "No, Kurisu deserved it." And I was like, "What?" Oh my god, just lying around, seriously. Don't you have work to do? Shouldn't you be working or something? I really feel like that maybe you should be working instead of harassing me in my stream. But I don't know, I'm just an artist. I don't understand business. Yeah, Toad seems to like to injure you a lot. It's funny, but also kind of worrisome, but kind of funny. Like, at one moment I'm worried, but then again, at least the nut stories, those are pretty funny. You gotta admit that, you know. What do you mean, what's the deal with just lying around? Can't you see it's a lion just lying around? Dude, my Miku's looking creepy. She looking creepy. Yeah, Kurisu is like 10 feet tall with the afro the size of Manhattan. Kurisu cannot be defeated easily. He's got main villain kind of energy going on. I would put him as the main hero, but honestly, I think he would be a lot better as just a main villain. He's got definite villain vibes. I mean, you can fight me on it, but you're not gonna win. Sometimes I've watched Dinner with Nut Shots, and it's very relaxing. Like knowing that someone else is having a bad day, or is going to have a bad few days, honestly. I don't know how long it takes for a nut to heal, but I assume a while. you know. Yo, if you're, dude, your afro could probably actually give you another foot. I'm not joking. I bet you just tower over everybody and everything. And with Toad, how small and angry he is, he's like a stepping stool, or, you know, like, Toad is just the tiniest little toad. Dude, I'm gonna catch me a frog later at the pond. My boyfriend said we're gonna go fishing, and I'm like really excited. I'm actually thinking, you know what? I might even go get myself a coffee to celebrate. Because, you know, I should celebrate these things. Aw, a little Toad Disney villain. Oh, little Toad. I bet he hates it when I baby talk him. Toad seems like the type of angry little dude that would hate if I baby talked him in real life. But I can't help it. I'm actually taller than Toad, so I'm allowed to. I'm technically like an inch taller than he is. Dude, if I got me some nice heels, I would be just everywhere. Probably walk around with like a scary little dog in my arms or an evil cat and just start bossing people around with my heels. Be like, you, give me the latest weather report. Yes, ma'am. It is sunny with a chance of whatever. And I'm like, good. All right, you, now go out and get me a coffee. Yes, Lynn. Good. And you, take my cat. Yes, ma'am. Good. Aw, he's such a tiny, angry little frog. Okay, bye, Hamburg. We miss you. Thanks for coming today. It was great having you here. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Have a great day. I've got about, 15 minutes left, and then I'll also head out as well. I have to actually take some mail out to the mailbox. Yes, I know. Very important things going on today. Yeah, see you later. We will see Hamburg later. I hope he or she has a great day. Thanks so much for being a part of the stream. Do. Alright, now that Hamburg is gone, I can finally unleash my true powers of anger and insolence. I'm kidding, I don't have any. Oh, I know you're not just the weirdo, Kurisu. I'm aware of that. However, whenever Toad comes into the stream, he definitely makes you seem really weird. Like, off the wall weird. Actually, Kurisu, if you want to get technical, he says that you do that. So, who's telling the truth? He said that you're the one who likes to lick things off the screen. And he said you were, like, licking something off of your phone screen, and I was like, really? When you were in making your cosplay the other day? Dude, Lion, no one's angry with you. Chill, man. You gotta chill. Lion, who said they were angry at you? Yeah, that's weird, Kurisu or Toad or whoever you are. That's weird. We should not be licking our phones. That's weird. No, I don't care if it's possible. We should not do it. Yeah, well, we should not be licking anything. We should only be licking lollipops. He makes you sound like the weird, disgusting one. No lie. He really does. You're the one who dropped ice cream on your foot and then ate it. You're not gonna tell me that's weird? That's more weird than people bite toenails all the time. That's not really anything new. Yeah, you scooped it off, but it still went on your foot. I mean, come on, man. What? Oh, I know you did not say that, Lion. Oh, I think if you don't want, you know, a bruising when you come home, you did not say that. No, the consensus is that Kurisu is weird. That's the consensus. I don't know where Lion is coming up with all that BS. What? Jesus, oh my gosh. Lion, stop tormenting the poor dude. He's just a baby man. Beep, 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 beep. Hatsune Miku. Yeah. I'm Hatsune Miku, and I like to say that I like to talk and sing and get my way. Do-do-do-do-do, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yes, here I am, I'm lots of fun. Hatsune Miku, Hatsune Miku. That's my name, don't wear it out, son. Hatsune Miku, Hatsune Miku. Now I'm done with my song. You're defending him. Okay. Pancake, what's wrong with you? Why are you being weird, Pancake? I don't know why Pancake's so freaking weird. No, please tell us about the time you racked Toad in the donuts. Now that is good storytelling. Please share. I will wait. Go. No, I don't want your craziness in here. Go. Go away. Go. 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 No, go. Go, Pancake. Come on, get out. No, out, Pancake. Come on. Go, out. Jesus. Look, she doesn't get it the first time. Oh, pardon me. Maybe. Yes, Karisu, tell us the story. Come on. I've only got 8 more minutes left on stream. It was only a week ago. Okay, great. So it's current. I love current events. I'm going to make a new segment called Current Breadbasket Events. It'll be perfect. Okay, so it starts off harmless, like learning to climb a tree. Okay, I like this. I like this. This is good. Although I would like to keep you from climbing so many trees, but, you know, I guess I can't. Oh, he did tell me about how you got tons of bugs in your hair, though. Oh, okay. No, hey, I would do the same thing if I saw my boyfriend going up there. I would totally try to, you know, ruin the baby maker, you know? Exactly. See, you as my boyfriend, I'm glad you understand this. Of course, you would not like it if I did it to you, but that's not my problem. Oh, yeah? Did you shove a stick up his booty? Because that's a bad Karisu. His walnuts? Oh, you were getting the nuts, huh? Oh, I love a good nut story. I really do. You cannot go wrong with a good nut story, especially on stream. Dude, your nut stories are legendary. You really need to start, you know, selling these. You shelled the walnuts. I'm so bad, but I can't help but laugh at it. Toad is gonna hate me. Oh, perfect. You should have taken a video of him rolling around on the ground in pain. Because it's not like you can hurt people in the breadbasket all day, so you need to take those moments and immortalize them. Oh, you were wheezing? Well, yeah, but you could be wheezing after the fact by taking a nice video of it and then maybe sharing it on the internet with maybe me. Oh, did I say that? Oh, maybe I did. Breadbasket for the win. I don't think I should be around in the general public with people. Just thinking about that now, you know. I feel like I might be too vicious for the general population. Hey, yo, if you were sent to the hospital because you ended up having an asthma attack because Toad was on the ground dying in pain because you hit him right in the nutsack, and then you ended up getting, like, a medical condition out of it, would it be your fault, or would it be Toad's fault? I bet you could, like, sue for malpractice. Or not malpractice. What is it called when, like, someone hurts you unnecessarily? Maybe it is malpractice. I don't know. There was a family of five. Did the family of five start laughing too, or were they just like, oh, nani desu ka? Like, what are they doing? Oh my gosh, such children. Nani desu ka? Oh, don't worry, honey. That guy just got racked in the nuts. But we're trying to have a picnic over here with our children, or whatever, and my grandparents. Honey, you know we did that too when we were in love. Yes, but... And it was funny, wasn't it? Well, yeah. Well, then there's no problem, is there? Okay. Oh my god. That's so funny. The mom was like, this is so inappropriate. Such good stuff. We have a great time here. We really do. I don't even know what the heck I'm making either. I hope this turns out looking like something. You know what you need to do? You need to make a visual representation of Toad getting hit in the nutballs, and then post it. And don't tell it was Toad. Pretend it's like another character or something. But we all know, yeah, it was the Toader, you know. Oh, you could do an animation. Maybe just like one of those. Do a drawing. Do a drawing of like Toad dying on the ground in pain, and you just laughing, grabbing an inhaler. Dude, comedy gold. Perfect. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to see what your memory has taken from that event and how you will apply it. Very excited. Oh, I'm sure you and Toad are having a little spat where, you know, you're trying to one-up each other. I mean, you don't get to do those type of things without, you know, the fear of punishment. You don't know how to get him back? Don't worry, I will supply you with ideas. I need to first think of the ideas, though, so... I can't help at the moment, but eventually I will. I gave Toad ideas to how to deal with you yesterday, and it worked. He said you were so angry, too. You were so angry. Well, I can't say the ideas right now because my boyfriend's currently on the stream. If I say them, then he'll just know how to make me suffer. That's why we gotta be secret about this. Yeah, I know. The just lying around, that is the boyfriend. That's why I must be careful at all times. You never know when the lion is looking for the wounded wildebeest. I effed up these hands. This is not how they're supposed to be. I didn't leave any room for the thumb to make the little heart portion. Gosh darn it. Dude, I got no clue. Whenever I talk to him about you, he thinks you're the best thing ever. He especially loves your dump story. He was laughing a lot. To my utter bewilderment, he was definitely laughing. And I could tell you things that he done, but I'll save those for another day, you know. Yes, I know you can make me suffer, Lion. I am being on such my good behavior, you got no effing idea right now. You just simply see me drawing this character, but you really don't understand the restraint that I'm using right now to not be weird. Oh, shoot, it's already time to go. Hold on, I want to at least finish the eyes. See, this is what happens. I get involved with stuff, and then I don't know what to do. But I do want to run out and get a coffee. If I'm going to be going and fishing all day, or not all day, but some part of the day, I want something nice. I already had my other coffee, plus I gotta mail stuff, so I feel like I can convince myself it's worth it. And if I can convince myself, I think that's all I really need. Convincing yourself is the first step. Okay, good, yeah. That's gonna be due on Tuesday when we get back to our normal streaming week. So yeah, that's gonna be due first thing Tuesday morning. So just make sure you have that ready. I'm being serious here. I think I think your viewers might actually really, really enjoy all the stories that you've done to Toad. Because everybody likes a funny, relatable story. I mean, look how many people were enjoying the Nut story. All of us were. Okay, I'm just gonna finish up these eyes and then I think I gotta go. Oh my gosh. Lion, what are you saying? You can't do that. Lion. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I also have a new, I have a Tito sketch I'm gonna post as a short here soon too. I finally got it edited. I was trying to rush it this morning. But I do want to do that Tito baguette animation. I think that would be hilarious. Don't giggle too hard. I don't want you to have an asthma attack. We will not be held responsible for any asthma-related issues with you on this stream. Okay, it's rough and it looks horrible, but I mean, there you go. I drew something. We got somewhere. I guess the colors look pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's that leak. We will not save that. You can enjoy your life. Just be careful about asthma. Be careful about your coin purse. Be careful about all of that. Oh, I didn't say you couldn't laugh. I just don't want you to have an asthma attack. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Oh my gosh, Scales, you're back. Awesome. But I'm literally just about to end the stream. Kurisu, back me up on this. Was I not just about to end the stream? I swear to you, I was literally just about to call it a day. Yes, thank you, Kurisu. Yes, thank you for coming to my aid. I feel so bad, Skills, you just got here. I know, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm so sorry, Skills, you just showed up. But thanks so much for being here. It was great. I'm glad we all had some fun today, and we made a bunch of Miku art. So, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Have some fun. Draw a lot. And I'm gonna be expecting some nut pictures, some nut-racking pictures from Kurisu on Tuesday. I'm not going to tell you what that's from. You can ask Kurisu. All right, see you later.